All right, Gators. Hope everybody's having a good day out there. Get ready for a good weekend. I want to get some recruiting talk in, talk about the Gators football team. First, I want to mention the baseball. Those guys had a midweek game. They won, big win, like 8-1. Judd Fabian moves into fourth all-time on the Gators home run list, passed up J.J. Schwartz, which is awesome. That takes an incredible amount of talent to be able to produce that many home runs in college. He has 55. I think the record is Laporta with 74. I don't think anybody's ever going to break that record, or it's going to be a long time before anybody even gets close. He doesn't have a chance to get that, but there's a couple more. He absolutely has a shot to get to second or third all time. I think there's somebody with 57. Yeah, I think the second highest is like 50-something home runs, like 58 or something like that. So look for him to try to get to 60 before the end of the season. He's got plenty of games left to do it. Big weekend series coming up in Mississippi. Hopefully we can get the sweep. That would be huge. Pick up some momentum, build that resume. Still teetering a borderline tournament team. We're definitely not going to host a regional, but still pulling for my Gators as always. Let's talk recruiting. So things have been sketchy at best for us Gators out there on the recruiting trail with the NIL. I struck a pessimistic tone earlier this week. Rightfully so. Things have been pretty bad. So the legislature has come out now, or the NCAA, not the legislature, but the NCAA is coming out talking about they're about to drop some rules. I think it's going to even the playing field. They're realizing now that this come back to bite them in the butt, the way they let this Wild West go on with this money stuff, paying these kids. So I think it's going to be a lot more limited, to where it's going to be more run like the Gator Collective, to where they have to get in school to operate, to get the money. It can't be directly handed the money in transaction by big boosters. They have to stay out of the picture. Obviously, they can donate, but they can't be directly involved with the kid like they have at some of these other schools, i.e. A&M, Texas A&M. So that's big news coming out. I think it'll take a few months for that to take effect, but it'll definitely happen. They'll have to get it done pretty quickly because of the early sign-up period. So that's some good news on that front for the Gators. Also, it is put up or shut up here in a couple weeks. I got some good news for y'all guys. I really think we're about to hit some commits. I might not be the elite kids, but definitely some kids we want that are good takes. IMG Academy interior offensive lineman, 6'5", 300-something pounds. It's going to be a guard. Big bulldog type guy, can just run over people. Kanaji Harris, 4-star. So again, a blue chip offensive lineman. When have we had one of those? Besides Boogerbill or whatever his last name was from last year, which is a solid prospect. He just need to add weight. But yeah, he's going to commit this weekend, and I'm picking the Gators. Everybody's picking the Gators. So look for the Gators to get some momentum and get an O-lineman in the class. Right now we're sitting with 2 wide receiver commits, 1 4-star, 1 3-star. So that's another blue chip player. Also, Creed Whitmore, who's a borderline 4-star prospect. He's in the top 247. I think by the end of the year he will be a 4-star prospect, probably an 89 or 90 rating. So look for him to get in the class this weekend. He's committing. Crystal Balls are on the Gators. So that's 2 commitments I think we're going to pick up this weekend. And I think that's going to see us start picking up some momentum and get this thing rolling. I'll look for us to pick up probably 3, maybe max 4 commits in May. There's a lot of guys that are making decisions this month that have the Gators in their top 3. A lot of guys in June. Trayon Webb's making his decision. I also think he's a Gator lock. That's the 4-star running back. So again, by the end of June, I could see 5 to 6 new prospects in this class. Really good prospects. I love Creed Whitmore as a slot guy. We don't have nobody on the depth chart, nobody in Florida except for Finley Graham right now, and he's not even a wide receiver. He's converted. So I don't know. I'm hoping he can do big things, maybe by next year if he gets developed. But Creed being in the class is awesome. His brother, Trent Whitmore's on campus, totally different guys. Trent's big, long, lanky possession wide receiver, maybe a deep threat. He'll get you the 10, get you that first down. Creed is a shifty, really fast sub-11, 100-meter guy. Very, very fast, elusive. Plays quarterback for his high school. Just a hell of an athlete. So I'm really pumped about him. I actually think he's a better prospect and a better talent than his brother, which is saying a lot because Trent's pretty good. And he's probably one of our best receivers on the team. And let's just hope he stays healthy. Trent Whitmore hasn't stayed healthy. He's been hurt a lot. But the kid's got good genes. I mean, his brother can do a 360 tomahawk dunk. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that video, but Trent's an athlete. So looking to pick up Creed. Let's see who else is out there. We got the Kermani, got AJ Harris, Mitchell, a lot of guys over the summer talking about they want to get this thing done. Those are all big time Gator prospects that are targets, recruiting targets that we're looking at. So I really do. I think May and June are going to be big months for the Gators, y'all. I think this might be where we turn things around. Billy Napier said he was going to test our patience and said he was going to drag us through the fire and basically, make us go crazy, pulling our hair out, waiting for recruits. And I think things are about to pop off. I hope, again, this is the moment of truth right here with these kids making these decisions. Something really needs to happen. So look for that this weekend. Gators softball drops to FSU 2-1 last night. Still a hell of a softball team this year, doing a good job. They'll make a little run in the tournament. I mean, to go with arguably one of the best teams, top 5, I would say FSU ought to be ranked number 1, one or 2 in the country, behind or in front of Oklahoma. So to go down, lose just 2-1, it sucks. I hate losing to FSU, period, at anything. But you got to give the girls credit for hanging in there against a team like that who just won a title not long ago. And the girls will bounce back just like the boys once they, get through this rebuild like the boys are going through. They just got a lot of young guys. So anyway, short video today. Just wanted to talk about that. The guys are on the trail. Coaches are on the trail right now. They just saw Cedric Baxter. They're putting out a lot of offers to some low-level guys. Don't freak out about that. Those guys are probably backup plans, which is smart. Our last staff did not do that in recruiting. They never had the backup guys. We just were left hanging with, what in our hands. So we just didn't get the job done and then didn't have a plan B or C. This staff is doing their due diligence, offering a lot of guys out in Texas, Georgia, that southeastern recruiting footprint. I like what they're doing. There's still some things that are questionable to me, a little bit of red flags. Quarterback recruiting is one of them. You got Holstein, who I really like, Arch Manning. Both want to possibly go to Alabama. Whoever Bama picks, the other one's up for grabs. But we're not really in the running for any of them. We're just kind of trying to get in there. Nobody seems interested. Holstein came to campus. It was just kind of like, it was okay, not great. It just doesn't seem like you want to be at Florida. I really think we need a true offensive coordinator, a true play caller. I think Billy's in over his head, wanting to be the offensive play caller, the quarterback coach, and kind of doing it all himself. I think he needs to be more committed to the recruiting part of it and maybe the quarterback coach, but have a true offensive play caller, offensive coordinator on the team. I think that's actually hurting us in recruiting. I believe once they see it on the field, which I'm not a see it on the field guy, I believe recruiters recruit because we've had results on the field and it's never translated to top classes for Florida in the last 5 to 6 years. But I do believe it does help Billy in the fact that if Richardson goes out there and balls out this year, I do believe we get an elite quarterback in the next class, in the 24 class. So, but guys, we need a quarterback desperately. Jack Miller is all that we have. Richardson can go pro after this year, and we are left with a cupboard bare. So it's time for us to pull one out, go all in, the money, whatever we got to do. We got to get the job done and get our quarterback. But right now, like I said, there's a story about Lonergan, Florida guy from Florida, 4-star guy now. And Florida had him on campus. He loved Florida. If Florida had went all in on this kid, he would have committed to the Gators from what I was told. He basically told Corey Bender, he's one of the recruiting analysts, he basically told him that Florida just ghosted him and never talked to him again after that visit, hasn't really communicated with him, hasn't spoken to him. And again, they're the staff. They're not high on him. That's their, their scouting of him. They must not be impressed. But he's one of the top guys, one of the best guys in Florida has to offer right now. So that's questionable doing that because they took a low 3-star kid in Max Brown from all the way across the country, but yet you're not communicating with a mid-level blue chip quarterback in Florida in your backyard. That's not good, guys. That's definitely a red flag. So again, we just got to be aware of these kind of things. It's like they're doing a lot of good things and they take one step back and make a questionable call like that. And that's very Mullen-esque of them. But again, I want to see them do good. I want to see them succeed. So let's hope that this momentum building in May and June really produces for us. Go Gators. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and y'all have a good day. All right, talk to y'all soon.